Hello everybody, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the European server. It's Katazzy and his WZ-131. Have a lot of heavies on the enemy team. No artillery. 3 lights apiece. They only have 1 TD, 1 medium, so they have 10 heavies, I guess. His team's a little bit more balanced. They still have a lot of heavies, but they have 4 TDs and 2 mediums. So a little bit more mobility on his team, but this is a channel map. And off he goes to Middle Road. Should be good spotting with all these big tanks moving across the northern part of the map. He should be able to get a lot of spots on him as they try to shift east. There's his first one, IS. 402 meters, easy to shoot and not get seen. He's choosing the smaller of the 2 guns. It's a little bit better rate of fire, not quite as much damage per shot, but it does a steady right around 200 points of damage a shot. Two quick kills. And you can see that once everybody gets over toward town, you really got to pick your spots where you get to shoot at. There's just these small little openings in the rooftops where you can shoot people moving back and forth up in here, but you really have limited opportunity to fire. They're making a strong push in the valley. This team's going to have to deal with that here pretty soon. Here's the 103 up at the end of the road here. He's going to try to shoot through into the courtyard.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Ready to fire. Let's find another target. Penetration.
Oh, 2 hit points left.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
When you're on the middle road like this, you really have to adjust where you stop to shoot at based on where the enemy tanks are, because you just get limited alleys to shoot down, and if you have the ability to move up and down the road without taking fire, then you have to constantly adjust back and forth based on where the enemy's at the moment. Otherwise, you sit there for long periods of time and don't really do much. But now he's coming back to help defend the south because the valley broke down completely. Bounce. That could have easily been a kill there. Try again. He's just getting the front corner of the tank. He needs to get a little bit better angle. That guy will move out and end up dying. Watch. Bam.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
So I think he's headed back to help with the 103. He's banking on the fact that as these heavies move out of town, the 103 is going to be looking at them and not at him.
We didn't even scratch them.
but he also doesn't have a good angle on the guy unless he pulls all the way up there and gets to the north of him. So he's going to turn around and go back to the south. It was worth a look, but with the way the 103 moved, it was just that he's not going to get a good shot. Back to the lightweight. The heavies really need to move back out of town. I think they're finally figuring out they need to come back and help defend Cap. Oh, nice. There's a scout up there. Dead scout. He tried to hit the cupola there once he turned his turret. The 103 turned his turret toward him, so he tried to lift his barrel a little bit and hit the cupola, but he shot right over top of him. When you're shooting straight at the gun's mantlet, you got like almost zero chance of getting any damage, because that's almost, on most tanks, it's one of the most heavily armored points on the tank. The heavies are finally starting to get over here from town. One shot and that guy dead. He's up to 5 kills. 2 enemy tanks to go. So he kept going in case the 34 swung his gun around on him, which he did. Now he's going to have to worry about the enemy 34, so katazzy can pull back out and get a couple more shots here. Reload battle now. Get it. One more. He's going to stay ahead of the rotation because the guy's not traversing his tank. His turn. He goes down. Now just the 103 to go. And there's only the ST1 in him to go too, so we have to be careful. The fight's not over. Just one shot should kill the 103. Here it comes. Yes, game over. So katazzy ends up 3,128 damage and 7 kills. 28 of 32 shooting, that's 88%. And he also adds in 1,599 assisted damage with 3 spots. Earned 44,824 credits. Was awarded 2,609 XP, survived the fight. Got a top gun and a Naydin's medal for killing all the enemy scouts. Spotter, duelist, fire for effect, and bruiser mini medals, and it all adds up to the battle score 2,679, second place on the current WZ-131 list, and number 1 is like so far up there it may be a very long time before somebody beats that number 1 score because it's pretty astronomical. But there should end up being good competition for the lower scores. He went up the middle road, pretty much spent the whole battle on the middle road or right at the end of it. Went up the middle road, got some early spots, 2 kills. Was adjusting back and forth to try to shoot into the courtyard or through the rooftops. And then he started going up to the 103, take a shot, come down here and take a shot or 2 down here, go back to the 103. And that's basically because once he shows himself somewhere, people are waiting on him. So as long as they think he's north, he's going to go south and get a couple of free shots. Once they know he's south, then he's going to go north and get a free shot. And he just bounced it back and forth so that nobody could ever dial in on him. And he was down at like 188 hit points, so he couldn't play around with getting shot. So he just bounced back and forth, got surprise on people, and then left. Went to the other end of the road and shot somebody there. Worked out very, very well. If you have the opportunity to do that, do it. When people are sitting there waiting for you to pop out, don't do it. Do something else so they don't get a shot on you. You want to shoot first and leave if possible. That way you stay alive, rack up big scores. Happy hunting.